I tended to believe that there's usually a common thread, something that ties everything together. It's like, why is everybody getting so sick?
Yeah.
There's got to be, in my opinion, it was. So a lot of people think that means it's just one thing. They're like, oh, it's toxic metals, or oh, it's carbs, or oh, it's, they'll blame it on one thing.
Yeah.
Or it's just jabs or whatever. They want to blame it all on one thing. And I'm going, as I went through phases as an early, doctor and even before that in working on my health. And I felt like there was a common thread, but it wasn't any one of these particular areas. And over time, as I was in practice longer and I did more things, I experimented with more things, I tried more things with my patients and my clients, I started to see it started to distill down to it's the liver. Like the liver is everything. The liver is what cleans you up. And it makes most of the proteins in your body. So the liver was everything. And that kind of eventually, there was a very early on thing where I was realizing, I was like, diabetes is, everybody says it's a pancreas problem, but I kind of thought of it and I was like, what if the pancreas, and this kind of extends to what I do later, but what if the pancreas is simply the weak link? So if the liver starts failing in certain ways, let's just say that puts more stress on the pancreas, and then the pancreas breaks first. Because if your liver fails, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The pancreas can start to slow down, and that's just diabetes. Like the pancreas is not working as well, diabetes. Okay. But if the liver's gone, you're dead. So I started to realize that in various other areas. So toxic bile theory is kind of the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the coming together of all of this into our chronic diseases are related mainly to toxicities in us that we can't get rid of.
Yeah.
And then, so your liver makes bile, and that is how people think of detox. And they're just like, they think if you magically say the word detox, like it means these things have left you. And I go, oh, no. They haven't left you yet. And when they've left you, they are detoxed. But talking about detox or saying the liver detoxes things would be like saying the drain drains the water out of your sink, but if the sink is still full of water, it's still full of water. It hasn't left yet. So the drain hasn't done its job fully. Mm-hmm. So I started to realize, as I got into vitamin A toxicity, which we'll probably talk about some, and then toxic bile theory, was that the liver gets rid of its toxicity through the bile.
Yeah.
Okay. The liver makes bile. It is by definition is the most toxic fluid in the human body. That's I call it your liver's poop.
Okay.
It doesn't mean we don't want it, like the bile. Yeah. Yes, bile. Mm-hmm. So your liver makes bile. It's supposed to go into your bile ducts, which take it to the intestines, and then it goes through the intestines with your food. It is helping you to absorb fats and digest fats and absorb fats and do other, and it helps prevent small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So it does have good functions. Yeah. It is supposed to be there. The problem with it is that with all the toxins we've been exposed to and all the, nutrient deficient foods and all of these other problems that have happened, our bile has become way too toxic and it has become way too damaging. Like it's already toxic to begin with. It's your liver's poop. Like it's what your liver wants to get rid of. But that goes through the places where it goes through the bile ducts. It can eat holes. If your bile is toxic enough, it can eat holes in your bile ducts. Just so then it leaks into your bloodstream. Oof. Actually, I have papers saying that the bile can be so toxic it actually destroys the liver cells that make it.
Wow.
Then, and then it can. I've got other papers showing it can eat holes in your intestines, and then it leaks into your blood from there. So if you've ever heard the term leaky gut, that's bile eating holes through your gut. That's what causes it.
Wait,
this is what nobody talks about.
Okay, can you